Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, September 11th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Weekly, open, and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Before we get started, I just want to let you know I'm going to be taking the rest of the week off, so you'll see a video from me next week. But I've got some things I just have to do. So every now and then, trading is not the main priority. In fact, it should probably never be the main priority except when you're actually trading. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. Weekly chart, we can see the pound is 40 pips above the weekly open, now 41. 70 above the low and 16 off the high. And also notice the pound is gapped up and we've got plenty of gaps that haven't filled. Just taking a quick look at the seasonality right here. It says price usually peak early in August and decline in the early September. And that's what it has done. Last week, that first full week in September, it definitely declined. Zoom out to the monthly, you can see we're still below the previous month's low, and we're down 139 pips off the monthly open, 180 off the high, and 87 off the low. We are still putting in the opening range for the week at the moment, and we are below the opening range for the month. For the year, we dip below the yearly midpoint at 2471, and we're above it right now. We are 443 pips above the yearly open, 610 off the high, and 730 off the low. Inside bar traders, there's a lot of inside bar action, but not on the pound right now. You can see we're approaching the weekly inside bar low that occurred 2 weeks ago. We're about 27, 28 pips below it at the moment. And for the day, the pound is at a 85 pip range at the moment. And we've got, looks like about 7 pairs over 100 pips. And you can see that we are above the weekly open once again. We hit the buy zone, shot through it, pulled back to it, and now we're above it with that buy zone ending right around the 2500 level. And red rats, get ready to feast. We are in the upper rat zone, the red rat zone for the day right now. As far as the pivot trading plan, Bambino Flex indicator says go short near the pivot, go long, and near R1 go short. And at the moment, we are at R2. We've taken out the daily pivot. We've taken out the daily a missed pivot from 2 days ago. So right now on the daily, we still have a bunch of missed pivots this year. And we'll just have to wait and see if we can take those out. As far as the week goes, we've taken out the weekly pivot. And in the month, we still have not, actually we have taken out the September pivot. We've missed the August pivot. And for trading We missed the H4 pivot down at 25.21, so I would think that pivot has to get taken out probably sometime this week. But we'll just have to wait and see. We are in and out of the upper wick zone. You can see we've done that twice. Let's see, once, twice, three times today on the H1 chart. Once again, price doesn't like closing in the wick zones. Now you can see so far this week, 85 pip range. That's 0 percentile, but that's a good start, looks like, for the week. For simple trades here, looking at M5, you can see here the psychological 25. We had some problems there. Notice once again on these outside bars, when price breaks it, it usually breaks it for a good 5 pips or more. So I've been looking at those breaks, sometimes salivating. So you can see here we're within this latest outside bar. So look maybe for a break at this level. Notice we got into the launch pad here and failed to launch. And we dip back down to the most recent lower high here on the M5 chart. And you can see we're putting in a one ball. Might want to just watch this price action for a little bit to see what happens. Just made a lower low, and then here we go, back up. So you can see here we got in below that lower high. Price is pushing up. I just saw 1 pip. Let's just see what happens here. Notice that we had an imbalance between this low and this high. Price came down, filled that imbalance, and turned around. Now it's pushing down again. Now back up. And the 23% retraces right here at 25.35. The 50s at 25, call it 40, 39 and a half. Price almost reached that level. We'll see what happens next. It did make a 38% retrace here at 25.35. I'm sorry, 25.37. It's kind of hard to read. I need to change that color. Let's see. That would be on the 3-level ZZ. Just to show you how to do it. Let's go with chocolate. And so now you can see it just a tad bit better. So it did hit the 35. So if you popped in at 33, It got to 35. That would have been a nice 2-pip trade. And so if price isn't moving strong in your direction, be happy with those 1 or 2 pips, because you see right here the market just took it right back. And sure, sometimes it'll move up another 10 or 20 pips and you might kick yourself, but right now you'd probably be a little upset that you didn't take the 2 pips when you had it. And that's just how trading goes sometimes. So, looking at the range by month at the moment, 267. So, that's not bad for 7 trading days. If we take a look at the year-to-date accumulated range, we still haven't broken out of the yearly high or low, obviously. So we're still sitting here at 1340 for the year. Anybody want to wager we move this number before the year's out? You can see last year we were stuck the last 4 months of the year. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then looking over here, you can see how many times that's happened and how many times it hasn't. So once again, just a little statistic to keep in mind. And I don't think there's anything earth-shattering here. Looking at the trade reminder, these are just things that I like to look at, keep in mind. So, fellow traders, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to be taking at least this week off to take care of some other things. So, one thing to keep in mind while I'm gone is that just don't lose any more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. Keep that risk management in place. Use your stop losses. Take profits when you can. And while trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out. See you in a week.